Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, ZLS video 54. My name is Oliver Henderson. This is tournament time. The date is May 29th, 2025. Hope you enjoy the video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oliver Henderson. I'm here with Mr. Eric Moore. I should say Pastor Eric Morris. Pastor Eric Morris. He is a gentleman that I've been knowing for a few years. He's an AARC member. That's the Afro American Roller Club. He's got some fantastic birds. This year I finally convinced him to fly in the ZLS World Deep Fly Tournament. He has been around birds for how many years? 60?
Since 1959.
Man, that's 60. How many years is that?
65.
65 years, because I got 64, because I was in 1960. That's when I started. I was 5. Yeah. Okay.
I was 5.
You was 5? I'm a year older than you?
You started in 60.
Yeah.
I started in 59.
Yeah.
So I got 55.
Yeah, you was born in 55?
I was born in 55.
So was I.
Okay.
Okay, so we the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be 70 next month.
I was 70 April 21st.
Okay, good.
All
Congratulations.
All right.
But yeah, this is a pastor, and he's going to be doing judging as well. Now, we're the first online tournament in the world, and I'm just honored to be here with him. And he's going to share his story. But we also have another guest.
Okay.
We have a gentleman that is a client, not only a client, but also now functionally work for NAMI. NAMI is the National Alliance of Mental Illness, established in 1977 by 2 women, Beverly Young and Harriet Shelter. It's now a government agency who's federally funded as well as populated all over the world. I mean, mental health has taken off. Our country has finally recognized that problem and has addressed it in so many different ways. So one of the ways with our platform that I've been doing for the last 6 years is being a contributor. And so I'm always looking for other bird men like myself and others to step on board and help us save some lives. Because that's basically what we're doing. We're making the mental health status of certain individuals, right, a lot easier than it would be had we had not been involved. So with that being said, we have a special video, and it's coming up now. You'll see. I'm trying to think of the young man's name, Mr. Tony Morrell, coming up now. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce a young man who is affiliated with NAMI, first as a client, now as an employee. He's also been very helpful around the ZLS loss, helping me with whatever it is that I need done to the cages working with the birds, and he's been significantly valuable to me as not only that, but as a person. That we have been able to reach out and help out not only him, but a lot of people who are challenged in that kind of condition through our donations and fundraising. And I appreciate him so much. And his name is Tony. Tony, what's your last name?
Marin.
Tony Marin. So we're going to just let him talk a little bit about his experience. All right.
Hi, how are you guys today? My name is Tony Marin. I'm a resident for Nami Country Cost. I almost start crying. No, I'm sorry, but I've been experienced as mental health and all throughout the years I became with oh my God, with NAMI and stuff like that. So I've been working through with NAMI with my experience with mental health and stuff.
So your process has been very rewarding, though, because you know what, Tony, I remember when you guys first came over, you and Michael, man, it was like, how many, about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yes, that's right.
And you know what, so the things that we've developed since then, like the automatic water systems, the feed systems, how you guys have helped me break down, all the cages and the different techniques
Yeah.
and the methods that we use to train our birds, man.
Yes.
It's been phenomenal. I've been honored to be able to be affiliated with NAMI. That way, all the fundraising from our ZLS World Deep Fly Tournament has been rewarding for me, not so much as in terms of monetary value, but in terms of spiritual and personal value.
That's right.
It's over the chart.
That's right.
It's over the chart, man. I don't know, God put something in me that wanted me to reach out and touch people and help people through my process and through my platform, you see. And it's not like I have to do it. I got everything I need, but my spirit says, this is what you do.
Yes.
And this is how you do it. And this is how you go about it. So I'm so honored to have you here with me,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank
I
you.
really am.
Thank you, Oliver. And I'm honored to be here with Oliver today for this video today. And I just wanted to say, as you guys are NAMI out there, if you guys are watching, or you just see me crying, but it's happy tears. I
Yeah,
just want to say is,
yeah.
Gigi, you're wonderful, and I love you all. And I want to say is I continue on working for NAMI Contra Costa, and I want to say is I just want to say all of you guys are my family, and I just want to say all of you guys are all great to me. And mental health is a challenge for me, but every time I take steps by steps, I conquer my challenge and stuff. So.
Yes, you do, and you have, and like I've known you for 6 years. I've seen the growth, I've seen the struggles, but I've also seen the determination
Yes.
from you and others. Because you're not the only person I know that work with NAMI. How the process and the progress that you guys been able to manage,
Yes.
through that. Now, Gigi is on video 53 and a few other videos. She's the director of NAMI, which is the National Alliance of Mental Illness. This is who we fundraise and donate to every year. And this is just an extension of the video that we're making. But since Tony was here today, I just thought it would be a perfect opportunity for us to share and for him to share, because this is where we make a difference. Not only with him, but hundreds and hundreds of young people just like him.
Yes.
To make his road a lot easier than it would be had we not existed. We thank you. We want you to join us. We want you to fly with us. We fly the deepest, fastest, most athletic control birds in the world, and we've been doing it for quite a while now. We thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
gentlemen. I hope you've seen that. So back to Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric, how long have you been a pastor?
I've been pastoring here at the Pilgrim Rest Missionary Baptist Church in Richmond, California, my 8th year of pastoring. I've been preaching for 33 years.
33
This
years.
is the home church. It's the only church I've ever been a member of.
Is that right?
And so God called me into the ministry in 1992.
Wow. So we don't have to worry, because when you do the judging, you know the difference between telling the truth and telling the lies.
Yeah. You know, when I get an assignment,
Yeah.
friendship goes out the door.
Yeah.
It's
Honesty.
based on the facts.
Yeah,
It's
based on the
honesty,
facts. Honesty
yes.
coming in the window.
Yes.
Well, I'm honored to have you, brother. I mean,
Well, I appreciate you even
yeah.
considering me.
Yes. Yes. Well, we ran into each other a few times out there in the services. Serving services, serving funerals, because I am the dove man for this particular area
Right.
for the last 14 years, and I've seen you on several locations, and I'm glad you were able to recognize who I was, because I see so many people. I see hundreds of people. I don't know who's who sometimes, I remember going to an AARC group meeting and watching some of the guys with their birds. And at the time, James Crockett was still alive,
Right.
And James Crockett was a childhood friend of mine, him and Paul.
Right.
And so he kind of acquainted me with a lot of different gentlemen like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And Mac is somebody I've also been knowing for many years. So ever since I was a kid. But also I have Mac, I have Rodell, and
Nichols.
them on a video themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, both of those have passed away.
Mac's still alive.
No, Mac is still here, but Rodell is gone.
Rodell's gone.
And
Maurice Garner.
right,
Yes.
he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So and it would be a loss, I think, to the bird world, as well as Mr. Pelletier, as if we didn't have a reminder of how important those gentlemen were back in the days when they were the ones who were extending the roller hobby to such an extent that we took notice, especially as being younger than them. We took notice of how they were teaming their birds up and how their birds were performing. I mean, I certainly did, because I've always watched what was happening, right? Because my brother started me off, and he was all the older guys' ages, right? Because he was 13, I was 5. He's the one who introduced me to birds.
Well, I got introduced by Ronald and Donald and Andre Jackson. Andre is my longest friend. He and I are the same age. His brothers raised. And it was Al View, Herman Stewart.
Al View, come on.
Greg Lee, Bimbo. A lot of the guys back in the day, we used to raise birds, man. And my first birds, my grandfather climbed up a tower and caught me some wild homers at nighttime, because I had become so fascinated with birds. And so my birds, my pigeon cage was right over the fence from the Jacksons. So as soon as I let mine up, they were straying me and stuff. And I would cry. But pigeons have been in my life since '59.
Yeah.
And even to this day, my wife get on my nerves. I go in my pigeon cage because I know she's not going to get there. And the birds don't talk back, and they just be so happy to see me and stuff. So I love that. And there are times when I'm flying, and people see me looking up, and they say, "What you looking at?" I say, "Just watch. You're going to see Showtime at the Apollo." And they start performing.
Yeah.
And now everybody comes by. "Are you going to fly today? Are you going to fly today?" And so, I'm grateful for the experience of my birds. And I've had a few turbulent times in my life. But when all is well with me, I have pigeons. And that's a serenity in raising pigeons, and that's a serenity in training them, then watching them breed, and as you enroll in, and then they start reproducing. So it's something that you have to be in it to really love it. And like I said, I'm 70 years old now, so 65 years I've had pigeons in my life. So.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's rare that I meet people on the same order I am in terms of the longevity.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I know how special that is, brother.
Yeah.
I really do. I was just in my yard today, man, and I had some of my youngsters. You know, I keep records, right?
Mm.
I got like 45 years of records.
Oh.
You know, and I got a hen, two hens that came in today that I documented, and they go back to video 15. One of the dads is the white bar stud and whatnot, and I constantly say, you know, man, these birds, my birds stand on business, brother. Period. They stand on business. Period. I call out the world on the fastest, deepest, most athletic controlled birds in the world. I've been calling out the world for years, and I'm calling you out now. The ZLS World Deep Fly Tournament, I didn't even fly in for the first 5 years because I didn't want to really, you know, run anybody away. But, you know, I know they scared of me. I know they scared of me. I know they scared of me, bro. And they should be, because, you know, that's what I do, and this is how I get it.
Well, let me share this about you. You know, when people know that you raise pigeons, and first of all, I do roofs. So a lot of time I'm up on somebody's roof.
I heard about that too.
I can look down in backyards and I see birds back there, or you can hear them strutting and carrying on. So I immediately form a friendship with the owner of birds. And before you and I really hooked up, I knew about you through Maurice that told me you had some tough stuff, you know. And then when I would see you, you know, the same thing. You just talking about you calling out the world. You were telling me, come on over here, man. Let me show you what I got and everything. And so you are renowned in the Bay Area for the depth of the spin, the tightness of the spin. And so, man, I commend you on not just talking about it, you really be about it. And so,
Appreciate
you know,
that.
I'm honored to be part of this because I've never really been able to share with people who don't raise.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, they don't understand the hobby. They don't understand the craft it is in
Yeah.
developing deep spinners and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's so true. And one of the things I've recognized, you know, over my years in being affiliated with the internet, which has been about the last 13 years, you know, since the internet is opened up and YouTube and whatnot, that we've been able to visually focus on who's doing what, who's who, in terms of the birds. A lot of people talk about their birds, but, you know, to me, and for where we grew up is, it's more than talk.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let the birds talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I'm gonna come to your house and you gotta let the birds talk.
Yeah.
And the birds ain't saying the same thing you saying, and most of these cats that I've witnessed and that be on the internet, blah, 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 that's all it is. The birds ain't matching up, right? Some of them are, and those are good ones. Some of these gentlemen like Don Johnson, Don Jackson, Robbie Henderson, Eric Newsom, Samuel Miller, John Stodge, and Roger and Jimmy. These are some of the people that have been supporting us for years in terms of the ZLS World Deep Fly Time. Let me one more. Reggie. They call him Roller Man. Reggie Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Reginald Stewart. You know him?
Mm-mm.
Well, Reginald Stewart is older than us.
Is
Yes. And he was around. He met Piston personally.
Oh,
He used to
okay.
clean his
Okay.
cages,
Okay.
right? Now Tom sent me some stories some actual letters from Pennsylvania I have right now, but I don't have time to put them on this video. We'll put them on the next video, right? I can auction them off, sell them off. I haven't even read them yet, but I do appreciate them because I just have been so busy, because ZLS is not just for birds. We're not just an annual flyer, it's an organization. And so my hands are full. I'm really, doing so much all the time. And, but my ulterior motive is to help those who struggle with mental health, physical health, PTSD, veterans, and whatnot.
And I commend you for that, because this is National Mental Health Month, and we just had some speakers come in to the church on Sunday and talk about mental health, and mental health is real. We are experiencing something as a church family right now concerning mental health with one of the young men, and so I want to say to anyone that may be going through anything, it's okay to talk about it.
Yes, it is.
And
it's better to talk about it than not, because I also do some of the annual releases for NAMI on suicide list, because believe it or not, most mental health, not most, let me reframe that. A lot of mental health people who struggle have a higher rate of suicide. And so every year, NAMI release does. They have an annual gathering for the family and the loved ones, for mental health families who've lost their loved ones to those crises. And we've been honored to be a part of that. And most of that you'll see on video 53, ZLS video 53, when I interviewed NAMI, the National Alliance member, Gigi Crowder, who's the director. Ultimate factor of why we want to do this, because June is right around the corner. We're just days away. So this is From the Heavens presents the 7th annual World Deep Fly Tournament. And a lot of people say, sometimes when they hear me say From the Heavens, they think of it as a term for the birds from the heavens. But it's not just the birds from the heavens. It's our whole ideology which is from the heavens. Because, just like you, a successful man, like myself, I don't have to do this. But I only do this because the Lord put this in my heart to make this happen, so that I can reach out and touch other people.
I want you to understand something that's very true, and since you asked me some things about that, we need to understand that, for James says that every good and perfect gift comes from above, comes from the heaven. That's where God resides. So that's good.
Yeah, the Book of James. Oh man, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next page, and we're not gonna read it all, but I'm gonna show it. So if you have your laptop, you can stop action and you can read that. That is the description of the flies. Okay, so now we're going to go to page 3. And this is about the championship winners. There will be ZLS trophies, first place winners for the preliminaries and the finals. So if you have your laptop, you can stop action and you can read that. And then the ZLS first is the first online tournament competition in the world. Not only will we be competing, you'll be competing your birds, but you will also be supporting the American Fighter Fighters, PSP veterans, and the National Alliance of Mental Illness by just registering or just donating. No other fly can make this claim. We have in place, our annual fundraising has permitted us for the last 6 years to donate, and we will also be available to our fellow bird men and women who may happen to live in rural areas. And then the following page, if you're interested, there's a $25 fee,
Mm-hmm.
right, for the preliminaries and the finals. Just go ahead and make it 50.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. To register,
Mm-hmm.
okay. To register,
No, hold that up. Mm-hmm.
here. Okay. To register, you may go to Cash App, ZLS Birds, or to our Zelle number, which is 510-395-5778. Let's cheer and enjoy ourselves and root for our birds, and at the same time give back to our communities. Next page is a mission statement, and that is on page 6. You want to take it? You want to read it?
Yeah. Our mission statement from the ZLS mission statement. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to personally invite you to fly in the ZLS World Deep Fly Tournament as it starts now. Our ZLS Tournament fundraiser has supported 3 organizations over its 6 years of existence. Info to enter is posted on ZLS Video 49 and 53 on YouTube. Your participation will be appreciated. ZLS is affiliated with Bay Area city officials in the Intercity Mentor program. ZLS has and will continue to be a helping hand for many years to come. ZLS has dedicated money and time to this in hopes that you can also see the importance of giving back. We here at ZLS thank you very much. If you are local Bay Area, it may be possible to
A home visit.
a home visit. However, if you are the winner of the preliminaries, I will come to see you during that finals, wherever you are.
That's right.
Please
Wherever you are.
register as soon as you can. Registration fee is $25. You may do so a couple ways: Zelle or Cash App. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, now here you have guidelines, and I'll hold this up so if you have a computer you can stop action it. It says, if you like, there will be a box in the description that you can check if you intend to fly for the model bird only. Now the model bird is a bird that's going to do 200 feet more than twice in 10 minutes. More than once in 10 minutes. That's what I consider a model bird. I have a whole cage full of them. In fact, that's the only one I pull out. Right? That's the only one that get bred at my house. Right? I don't breed no 10-footers, no 20-footers, no 30-footers, no 50-footers. He's got to be doing 200, or guess what? That hawk gonna have more action, right? He gonna have more action. I'm not gonna use him. I'm just not gonna use him. If he ain't giving me 200 feet and twice within 10 minutes, I'm not gonna use him. That's how I stack them. So if you're gonna fly with us, then please post your 10-minute video. That's all we need. 5 birds in 10 minutes. It's called the 5 and 10. And if you're local in the Bay Area, it might be possible for me to do a home visit and do a preliminary fly at the home visit. But I'm definitely going to be flying wherever it is that I have to for the preliminary winner.
Mm-hmm.
He can be in Chicago. Guess what? Book me a flight to Chicago. Here I come. He can be in Michigan. Guess what? Book me a flight to Michigan. Here I come. Wherever you are, gentlemen, I'm coming. If you win it, I'm coming. Let's see something else here.
Mm-hmm.
And on the last sheet is the score sheet.
Mm-hmm.
That is the score sheet. Now, it's self-explanatory. On the side, it has best birds, frequency, depth, control, and speed. And those are all modifiers, right? So when Eric does the judging, if he likes the speed on the bird, he's going to give it a point. up to 20 points. He can go from 1 to 20 on the speed, whatever he thinks. If the bird was excessively fast, I'm sure he'll give him a 20-point modifier. If the bird was excessively frequent, it's possible again that he can get a 20-point modifier. That's going to put you over the top. So we talking about the fastest, deepest, most athletic, controlled birds in the world. That's what we dealing with.
Okay.
And that's how we getting down.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to have Eric with another video coming up real soon. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you join us. We love you very much. Later.
Amen.
Trying to make the team. 4-speed Honda Civic, and I'm breaking him down. One headlight, plus I'm riding a spare. The mama that say 100, I'm taking him there. It was me and Brad Heft, riding and smoking. Siding in Oakland, fender rubbing cause the A-frame broken. Coke white t-shirt, blue jeans, and Air Max. Came up High Street, stopped on Fairfax. Hit the liquor store, I got to get me a Remy. Cop some light from Lil Ho, forgot the tank on empty. So I hit E14, give me 10 on 4. A box of Philly Titans and a show box of the post. More for me, if a don't smoke. And I'm not the baddest when I ain't on 100 spokes. Give me here, let me go. Everything on him, I know her, she ain't.
Hey, I'm kicking it off. Look. Young, gifted, and black, spirits lifted. In fact, my mind shifted from lack. I'm bringing abundance back. See, God done made it so clear to me. I'm finally aware of me. I don't fit in with the scarcity. I love to share and please. That don't mean I need to switch up. Just need to pour more into this cup because it's actually a picture. And no, it's not no Kool-Aid. It's packed with nutrition. So I gotta be more choosy about who's in my coalition. If they can't see the vision, then we can't complete the mission. See, I'm a conscious starter. This a funky expedition. And if you ain't willing to work up a sweat, then hit the deck. Got God and my angels, so I'm never to the neck. On my name, put that respect. I run my race with integrity. Might think they pass me up, but they'll never be ahead of me. What I got on my shoulders is a boulder, heavier than most, red like a silver dollar. Use a quota.
T-shirt, blue jeans and nice. White t-shirt, blue jeans and nice. Strapped with the whole 5. I wish I would try. Don't be scared, so I'ma run the streets just like me. T-shirt, blue jeans and nice.